So if you have an early model E90, like a 2007 or a 2008, even if you've already changed the oil filter housing gasket, there's still a chance that your serpentine belt could shred apart and get squeezed around the front crankshaft and into the engine through the front oil seal. And it all has to do with the plastic power steering pump pulley and the weak engine mounts that you probably have on your car by now. We're going to talk all about it in this video and things you can do to help solve the problem. So let's get started. So there are a number of causes to this problem of the serpentine belt shredding, wrapping itself around the crank pulley and squeezing inside the engine and causing a whole lot of problems. The number one cause, of course, is the oil filter housing gasket. We've already changed that in a previous video, so check that out if you haven't seen it yet. There are still some more problems. Again, like I said, it all has to do with the plastic power steering pump pulley. Essentially what it is when your engine mount on this side gets weak and you kind of go over some bumps, the engine's going to shake. And because of the design of the subframe on the earlier models, the 2007s and 8s, when that power steering pump pulley hits the frame, it will crack the pulley and definitely shred the belt a little bit, and that's what causes the problem. So you really can't replace the subframe. That's too big of a job, but what you can do is change the plastic power steering pump pulley to an aluminum power steering pump pulley, and that'll prevent it from breaking and causing damage to the serpentine belt. But of course, the real solution to the problem really is to replace your engine mounts. And I just showed you how to do that essentially in my last video, which was the oil filter, the oil pan gasket video. So check that one out if you really want to fix the problem for good. But if you don't want to go that far, it is a lot easier to change that pulley. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. So this is the replacement pulley made out of aluminum. Here is the part number. I will also link it down in the description. Make sure you're getting the right pulley. To replace the power steering pump pulley, you do that from underneath. It's really easy to get to. The problem is we need to loosen up the serpentine belt. In order to do that, we actually have to get the inlet off. We need to get it kind of moved away so we have room to get the socket in there. In order to do that, we have to get the engine fan out. And in order to do that, we have to remove this front scoop. So all of those things need to happen just to replace that pulley. Really sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. These are T20s. You just pop that loose. We need to disconnect the electrical connector right there. We need to pop this off there and there. Set that aside. And then we need to get this T25 off right here. There is another T25 that we need to get right under here. It actually bolts the automatic transmission cooler to the bottom of the fan. Really stupid. You know, in order to do that, you actually need to take off your splash shields from underneath the car. I've already done that in preparation of this video. And obviously you need to jack up your car a little bit because you got to get under here. So that bolt is right there. I really hate that they put that bolt under here. It really makes it a pain in order to get this fan out. So the only thing holding it in is this little rubber bushing thing right here. I just slipped my screwdriver in and sort of pried this back and off just like that. Now the fan can come out. So I lied to you a little bit. It looks like it's going to be a little easier to replace the pulley from above rather than below, just because the automatic transmission cooler is sort of in the way. You know, I can't really get my hand under there. It's just right in the way of this. So best to do it from above. And before we take the belt loose, you want to crack these 3 bolts loose. Just crack them loose. Don't actually take them all the way off. That because the tension is still being held by the belt right now. If we loosen the belt first, then the pulley is just going to spin around. So a long ratchet is very helpful here. I'm just going to sneak in here. Crack that loose, and the same for the rest of these. Not absolutely necessary to have a long ratchet. These aren't that tight. There we go. Those are loose now. So we have to get this inlet tube loose and move it back just so we have room to stick the T60 socket in right here. So to do that, it's a 6mm to get this hose clamp loose. And then this thing, you just turn it like that, and it should come off. And then you have T30s, two T30 bolts here and here. So loosen those. They stay in because they're in like rubber things. Now you can just pull that back, push it back, give it some room, and now you got room to stick the socket in there. So put it in, we turn it down this way, and you want to have like a 16-penny nail ready. I happen to have this that came with the Pulley. That's going to lock it open like that. And now it's locked open. Now we can get the belt off, we can get the pulley off without a problem. So I am going to put this tube back up just so we get the better angle. Okay, best angle I can get for you guys. Now I can go ahead and get these bolts off. I'll reach down and kind of slip the belt aside. Okay, so there's the belt and there's the pulley. Pulley out. So old pulley, new pulley. You want to make sure they got the same ribs. You want to make sure that the bolt holes look like they're going to be in the same plane, which they are. We're going to be good. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Try to slip this down here, and the trick really is to get the bolt holes aligned. Hard to do this without being able to see it. I think what I'm going to do is put one of the bolt holes down, and then same thing on the pulley. And maybe that is good enough. And if it doesn't thread in, I will try to wiggle the pulley around. One good way to do this is to get like a little pick tool that kind of helps you sort of center the bolt. I should do that. See, I probably got the holes sort of close, but not perfect. Oh, if I only had the room for this, I could sort of get this in. You see where I'm going with this. You can sort of get it into the hole. It might not be perfect, but then you can use it to, you know, wrench it side to side and get it perfectly aligned. Let me try. What if we put the holes up? So I can feel that they're basically good. And I'm just sort of moving this side to side to hopefully align the two together. Now, I can hopefully get this threaded in. Yay! See? Nice and easy. And there we go. Now we will slip the belt right back on. Pull this tube back again. Get our tension released. Pull that pin out. Tension's back on the belt. Put this back up into place. There we go. Cool. So now that we have tension on the belt, we can use that tension to tighten these bolts up. You don't need to go crazy. Don't leave them loose. You know, if you're not super experienced, I would say go ahead and torque those up. I will list a torque spec on the screen. Use a torque wrench to do that. But yeah, I have enough experience to know what that feels like by hand. So those aren't going to come loose. Now let's get these bolts back on. That one's a little stripped out on mine. Oh well. Don't forget this guy. Snips, slaps back in like that, and there, like that. All right, fan goes back in. This is always fun to do. Cooler lines get in the way. That inlet bracket gets in the way. Okay, push that little rubber bracket right into place. Snap our little line, snap the electrical connector in, put our bolts in. and we're done. T25 over here. That guy goes in. My least favorite bolt. And that is it. We are done. Let's start it up and see if she runs. Hey, there we go. All good. The belt didn't throw. We're good. So this was not a sponsored video or anything. I just bought this part because it looked good. It looked like a good upgrade to have. I always kind of replace a plastic pulley with a metal one if I can anyway. And this is cheap insurance against that problem that I talked about. But the thing is, the problem itself is still there. If you have a weak engine mount, the pulley is still going to hit the frame, and that still could cause problems. So really the best solution for this is to replace the bad engine mount. It's better to do that anyway. It's really not that hard. Just drop the subframe. It's really easy. Check out my oil pan gasket video. It's surprising how easy it is to do on this car. So that's the real solution, but it's nice to do this anyway. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you're interested, there are links in the description. I'm the 50s Kid. Thanks a lot for watching.